Happy New Year! So, what are your thoughts on New Year's resolutions?
I don't feel strongly either way. If you are a person who wants to set goals from yourself, whether it's realistic or not, I think it's fun to start off a new year with dreams and aspirations. But I understand some people think they're overrated and stupid and you're never going to complete it anyway. So they just stay away from that.
Basically, you're like, either you do New Year's resolutions or you're not a fun person?
No, but I typically think that people who don't like New Year's resolutions tend to be pretty grumpy about the idea of New Year's resolutions. This year I decided, because usually it's just like one thing every year. It's like, ooh, I'm gonna lose weight this year, or I'm going to be a vegetarian this year, which never worked out, by the way. So this year I said, there's a crap ton of things that I want to do, so let me make an entire list and kind of narrow it down as I go. So right now I have lose weight, get a job, get a license, because I don't have my driver's license yet, travel a bit, and read more nonfiction books. Every year I want to lose weight because every year I gain more weight than the year before. That's just, it also kind of happens, like my family is just heavier set on both sides, so it's something that I've always been conscious about but haven't actually actively changed much. So I have some plans for that. I would love to join the rec center in our town, just so I can at least say I have somewhere that I could go to be more fit. I don't even want to, like, I don't have unrealistic expectations. I just want to be more fit because I have trouble.
Apocalypse is coming.
Yeah, right. But if I don't keep up with it, I have a terrible respiratory system already, so sometimes, like, especially over the winter, if I end up having to walk a lot, I get wheezy very easily, and if I can cut down on that as much as possible, that'd be great. I also really want to make a lot of smoothies this year. I don't know why, but I've always been like, people complain about, like, oh, kale smoothies and stuff, and I'm like, if you do it right, it should be fine, and I just want to prove that I can make tasty, healthy smoothies. So
I was gonna say I make good smoothies, but
yeah,
whether or not they're healthy is
yeah, sure, right, yeah. Like, okay, let me put half a tub of ice cream in here with a few strawberries and we'll be fine.
I don't really do the ice cream thing, but like I have a big thing for like Yoplait's vanilla yogurt, and it's very specific. It has to be Yoplait's vanilla yogurt. I don't know. Actually, I know exactly what it is. Yeah, these 10 viewers, we've already gotten a sponsorship. I would like to thank our official sponsor, Yoplait. I don't know what their slogan is, but insert slogan here.
There's like an exclamation point. That's their slogan.
No, I feel like they have like a tagline, like their slogan, like Yoplait, life is good, or whatever.
I'm looking it up
okay.
now while Anna continues to talk.
So actually I know exactly what it is, why their vanilla yogurt is more delicious than everybody else's vanilla yogurt. They put more sugar in.
Oh, yeah.
So I think what's interesting about your resolutions is that they're like not what I typically think of as New Year's resolutions. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not a New Year's resolution person. Okay. I'm not like an anti-New Year's resolution person. I'm like, whatever works for you.
Right.
I just like, I've always seen New Year's resolutions as like these big, like, goals you're supposed to like really strive for, and that like by setting them, so that's how I always assumed resolutions had to be made, with like this big epic goal, like I'm gonna take over the world by the end of the year. And when inevitably you don't take over the world by the end of the year, you're like, I have failed. And so thus, as a result, I haven't set a New Year's resolution in like forever. Because I was just like, what's the point?
I think some people do set big unrealistic goals because they kind of deep down know that's not going to happen, but they can still complete some of that, and that would have been more than they would have if they just said, well, I'm gonna do half of something, and then they would do half of that half.
That's not how I roll at all. So that just like didn't. So that's what I'm saying. It's interesting. Hi, Paul.
Here's to being a pragmatic thinker in 2018.
Thanks, Paul.
So that doesn't work for me. I'm way more of like a just write today like kind of person.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. I have a problem with goal setting. It's a whole other issue that I have. But what I'm saying is I think it's really refreshing because I didn't realize / totally comprehend that people set like small realistic goals.
Realistic person
that impact their daily life. Well, I think are more important because they impact your daily life, and it's just like this, like, okay, I'm going to be like this, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know. How do you measure the success of your resolution?
So, my resolution travel was actually subtitles for a decent amount of time. And that's just, to me, like, except for last year, because I was gone for a month and a half, my vacations are usually with my family, and for a week, tops, and that's usually a 5-day week, not really a full 7-day week. So, anything longer than that is basically it. And I don't need to, like, leave the country or anything, though I would love to, but, like, I got this flight voucher through Southwest because I missed a flight last summer. So they actually reimbursed me for that. So that was cool. And it's not, like, a lot, but it's enough to get me to another state to, like I'd love to go to Boston or something because I've never been there and just spend, like, I don't know, even a couple weeks around. Because, I mean, there's a lot to do there. And I also want to go to Salem.
I love
big reasons I want to go.
Salem is my favorite city that I've ever been to.
Yeah.
So would success be just like doing the things, or is it like, or is it taking steps towards doing things?
Both. I think if I can like accomplish something, that's obviously awesome. But eating healthier and still maintaining the same weight, at least I'm eating healthier, and like my body will probably still feel better even if I don't lose weight. So it's kind of both for me. Again, these are things that I needed to do anyway, and I'm hoping that I have this list on my phone that I'm talking about now, and calling it a resolution that'll be more exciting to me, and I'll trick myself into thinking like, ooh, I'm gonna do this now.
So, while I didn't make a resolution, I did buy a passion planner, which like I had.
You should break that out though, because that sounds fascinating.
I'll break it out.
Okay.
This. Like, you guys aren't gonna be able to see it, but you can look it up online. You can like download a free PDF and print it at home if you want. I just bought like one of the eco ones, so you can reuse the outside like leather sleeve and then just buy new interiors.
Yeah.
I've always been a planner person. Like, I know that I have a calendar thing on my phone. I am such a visual person that my phone doesn't offer me to like physically like look at things in the same way. I feel the same way about like ebooks. Like, I like ebooks. I've read ebooks. I have a Kindle. I read them. It's fine. But there's something about like reading a mystery novel or reading a book and being like, oh, and then like literally like being able to just stick your finger in and like open up to the back part, the first part where you're like trying to find it, like you can't get from a digital experience. So anyway, planner person. I've always had a planner since like high school. Like, I just need one. So my friend Anna, plug for her Instagram. Anna reads books. She's a bookstagrammer. But we're friends from high school.
Hi, Anna.
Hi. And then my sister has always used a passion planner for a couple of years now. And so
they always used a passion
planner for a couple of years. Well, I mean, she uses it. She actively uses it. Which I think like a lot of people are like, I'm going to get a planner, and then they get a planner and then they never use it. That's not me. I don't use it. And part of the thing is, like, I was freelance, so, like, I had to be able to, like, days-wise. But for me, I always went, like, with small, month-viewed, or when I was in class for school, I did, like, week. And the Passion Planner is so much more in detail. Like, again, look it up online. Like, they have, like, I haven't done, like, the big thought goal thing. Again, I have goal issues. But they break it down so you can do it, like, by week. And they have like by hour each day. Okay. So you can like literally block off times like where you're, well, so if you're like at work, you're like, okay, this is like at work. And I have a calendar at work that's like online. So I don't copy my whole work calendar into my Passion Planner. Okay. Because I'm not insane. I just like block off work times and note like important meetings that
you offended like that one person out there who does it.
You're insane. That though it makes me realize that I think like what it's done so far is like, besides the fact that I've been sick for half this year so far, I had the stomach flu. It was terrible. I'm sorry for all you people that are going to get it, because a ton of people have had it. You're probably going to get it. You're going to die. I'm sorry. It's bad. Anyway, so other than the fact, but what it made me realize, like, how much time I actually have. Because I always feel like I come home from work and I don't have any time.
Sure.
But then I'm, like, looking at this and I'm like, oh, I do have time. I just haven't been managing it well. And I wasn't really able to make that connection until I was going through and I was like, oh, I can, so I get home at, like, 6. Sometimes I get home earlier, but, like, just say 6, and then it's like feed the cats for the first hour I'm home, feed the cats, do miscellaneous household things / eat. Like, that's like my first hour and a half after I get home, because I gotta eat. My cats will kill me if I don't eat, especially him. That's Toes. He's a monster. And so I just felt that I was like, oh, I could. And then I don't know, I just like honestly don't know what I was doing with my time before. And I'm like, I could be writing. I can do, like, if I make it so that I just make sure I get all this random stuff that I need to get done by like 7:30, then it's like I have a couple of hours. Like, I don't have like a ton of time, but I can, you know, I can't necessarily film a video because it's dark right now, but I can write, or I could watch a show, or I can read a book, and I can like schedule that time, and I'm not going to feel terrible if I like break it, but it just makes me realize how much time I have. So I'm going to suggest, if you're trying to get organized for your life and you are a planner person, Passion Planner is really cool. So, unless, do you have anything else?
I don't think so.
That's our New Year's video. I hope that if you are a New Year's resolution person, that you are successful in your New Year's resolution endeavors. And if you're not a New Year's resolution person, just keep doing what you're doing. Yeah. And whatever you find helpful for achieving bigger goals, go for it. Yep. If you have a problem making those goals, maybe we'll do another video about that. Again, I will be useless.
Hey, and if you feel like it, leave your resolutions if you have them in the comments.
Oh, that's right.
Really cool.
And
We'd
if
love to
you
hear about them.
like us, give us a thumbs up.
Hey.
Give us a like. Share with all your friends on the Twitters and the Facebooks.
Tumblr.
Yeah. We're going to go viral.
Oh, for sure.
We're super hip.
With our awesome mugs.
But, yeah.
I hope you had a happy New Year. New Year's Eve is my favorite holiday, so I was, like, really pumped.
She's going to have a New Year's Eve wedding whenever she gets married. She's told me.
I'm not that excited about it.
Dude, New Year's Eve, I have a whole other wedding. I have a whole other thought on this. But
we've had conversations about this before. So,
yeah.
But yeah. All right.
So we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, we're going to do the tea thing?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Ellen and Anna at some random time in the day.